Good morning, students. So in this session, we will be seeing about Wiener filter. So before studying about Wiener filter, first of all, we have to know what is the use of a common filter. Okay, so we are going for using filter to reduce the amount of noise that is present in a particular image. Okay, so what we will be doing is we will be comparing the received signal with the estimated desired noiseless signal. Okay, so we will be removing the noise from a signal by using certain filters. So we are having different types of filters to remove the noise that is present in a particular image. Okay, so spectral properties like power functions for both the original signal and noise can be used to remove the noise that is particular signal. Okay, so what is the main aim for using this filter is to have minimum mean square error. Okay, so what is minimum mean square error? Oh, that is nothing but the difference between the original signal and the new signal. Okay, so it should be made very minimum, so that we can say that my image that I processed is obtained with very less mean square error, and output images obtained with very less error. Okay, so for that we are having certain equations for processing. Okay, so in case of Wiener filter, we are taking an image w of u comma v. So while applying this image, and the restored image will be obtained as xn of u comma v is equal to w of u comma v and y of u comma v, where y of u comma v is nothing but the received signal and xn of u comma v is the restored image, and this function w of u comma v is the Wiener filter. This is the Wiener filter representation by equation, that is f cap of u comma v is equal to h conjugate u comma v sf of u comma v to the whole s of u comma v h of u comma v the whole square plus s eta of u comma v into g of u comma v. Okay, similarly we are taking the equations and we are applying the desired input and output that is obtained from the particular. These are some of the important equations, where h of u comma v is degradation function, h of u comma v the whole square is h square of h conjugate u comma v h of u comma v. Okay, so this is the equation for power spectrum noise, that is Sn of u comma v is equal to n of u comma v the whole square, and Sf of u comma v is equal to f of u comma v the whole square. Okay, so these are the various equations that is required for the image processing using filter. Again, the signal to noise ratio can be approximated by using this following equation, which is nothing but SNR is equal to summation u is equal to 0 to m minus 1, summation n is equal to v is equal to 0 to n minus 1, f of u comma v the whole square divided by summation of u is equal to 0 to m minus 1 and v is equal to 0 to n minus 1 and n of u comma v the whole square. Okay, so for a good image, the value is obtained by calculating the SNR. For low noise gives high SNR, and for high SNR, obviously we will be having low SNR. Comparing the input image, output image, you can note it clearly how Wiener filter plays a very good job in deblurring of image and reducing noise. Okay. So we are seeing another one example to estimate the power spectrum of noise, and we can see an example by taking two images by calculating their individual power spectrum. Now let's see. So we are taking one example, a camera house. So we are calculating the power spectrum of each images that is separately. First one for cameraman power spectrum and second one power spectrum. Okay. So if we restore the cameraman image using its own power spectrum, then it will be like this. So similarly, while we are seeing the power spectrum of house, okay, using its own power spectrum, then it will be like this. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to consider a large set of image to calculate the power spectrum, their mean, and then what we have to do, we have to apply those power spectrum value to the Wiener filter, so that we can get a better results. So after applying the Wiener filter to this particular filters like Wiener filter, it will be applied on whole, but in case of notch filter, you can go for selecting a particular frequency and you can. Okay, so in general we are having two types of filters, that is digital filter and analog filter. So digital filter we are implementing using digital images like digital computer or digital hardware, and in case of analog we are implementing by using our components. Okay, so these are some list of commonly used filters. There is low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, band reject filter, all pass filter, notch filter as well filter. Okay, so notch filter, we already saw that it contains one or more deep notches or perfect nulls at its frequency response. Okay, so it can be used in various applications where only specific components has to. So for example, you can see that suppose if I am setting my frequency that has to be noted at 100, so I am using this notch frequency to eliminate this particular frequency, and my output response is like this. Okay, so next let's see about the application of notch filter. Okay, so in case of optics, notch filters can be used in Raman spectrography, confocal or multiphoton micrography, microscopy, laser based fluorescent instrumentation, or other life science applications. So for example, if you take this multiphoton microscopy, it is nothing but you can capture the image on the spot and you can see it in a live process itself. Okay, so for that purpose you can go for using this notch filter to remove the images and you can note the output of an image in live. Okay, so next, in case of communication. Okay, so notch filters are used in applications for elimination of 50 to 60 megahertz, okay, hum components to avoid interference of power frequency within the communication channels. Okay, so here are some list of examples where notch filter plays a major role. Okay, so first, in audio domain we are having anti-harmonic filter. So suppose if I want to filter my frequency, suppose if I have to set to my frequency as lower frequency H59 and in middle frequency as 60 and higher frequency as 61 respectively, then in order to filter the remaining frequencies that is present, I can go for choosing this particular notch filter and I can filter my all the other frequencies except these frequencies. Okay, so that means the filter can pass the signals from 59 to 61 hertz, and all the other frequencies that is present below 59 or above 61 can be eliminated. Okay, so this is one of the major advantage of using this notch